Hey everyone, it's Marina Pearson from marinapearson.com, and I work with mamas in business to transform their stress into an effortless lifestyle that gets results. And today I want to speak about self-esteem and confidence. Now, what kind of allows me to do that? Well, let me give you a bit of a background to my journey and how I came about self-esteem and confidence. Hey guys, loving the hearts. Today is all about self-esteem and confidence. So the more hearts we have, the more love I'll feel. And as it's self-esteem and confidence, it's all about the love. So yeah, invite your followers, invite your friends, and let's see if we can get 500 hearts. That would be awesome. Anyway, so my journey into loving myself was really, let me take you back. And I just want you to imagine for a moment a teenager who was full of angst, a teenager who ended up having an eating disorder and then went on to taking drugs, drinking alcohol, and by the age of 21, wanting to take her life. And that was me. And for many years, I have to say that I was riddled with self-hatred. Hi, Lavelda, lovely to see you. And I was riddled with self-hatred, and I was riddled with the belief that I wasn't good enough. How many of you have felt that in your life or have experienced that for yourselves? Most of the women that I work with have this belief somewhere. But here's the thing, it's just a belief. It's not a fact. It's not a spiritual fact. It's just a belief. So I'm going to speak to what made the massive change for me and what's really made the difference and how this can really help you. So it's not necessarily a step-by-step thing. It's more about an understanding that I've come across that I think can be really powerful because it really points to the nature of who we truly are. And if we can see that, everything changes. So the first thing that I want to speak to is look within. And by looking within, I'm loving the hearts, by the way. By looking within, what I'm really speaking to is looking in the direction of what creates your experience. And what creates your experience is thought. Now, I'm not talking about your thoughts. I'm not talking about your thinking. I'm talking about the nature of thought, the energy behind all of those thoughts that show up for you. Why is that so important? Well, here's the implication of this. If you're looking toward yourself and within, that's where you'll start to find the answers of who you truly are. Now, the importance of that is this: insight. Now, let me share a story with you. For many years, I struggled with the idea of, self-belief and I'm not good enough and all of that sort of thing. And it was one afternoon that I was sitting in Wales. Thank you so much, Katia. I was sitting in a field in Wales, minding my own business, when suddenly I heard the voice from within. And by the way, each and every one of us has this voice. And I'm so loving the hearts, by the way. And what I heard was this: if being is enough, I must be enough. If being is enough, I must be enough. Now that message wasn't for me, it was for everybody on this planet. Because that's why we're called human beings. We're not human doings. So if we're being, that's enough. We're here. Now for those of you that have kids, this next one's really key because I don't know about you, but I know that my son was born of perfection. My son was born into this world whole. And that's something that we never lose. Contrary to a lot of personal development, we don't ever lose our wholeness. Our wholeness is always there. It never goes anywhere. It never goes anywhere. So the question is, what is that about? Why is it that so many of us suffer from confidence issues and self-esteem? Well, here's the thing that gets in the way. Insecure thought in the moment. 40, 50 people in the room. That's so cool. 51. Insecure thought in the moment. You see, our default position is one of confidence. Now, I want you to think about this for a moment. What is confidence? Well, I've come to see it as this. What confidence for me is that when nothing gets in the way of my true being, my true essence, when insecure thought is no longer there, that's confidence. Because the thing that gets in the way is insecure thought. It's not your circumstances, it's none of that. It's just insecure thought. And when we don't have insecure thought, we're able to do anything without thinking too much about it. Have you ever wondered why some people are more confident in some areas of their life than others? Well, the thing is, the difference between people that are confident about something, it's because they don't have much thought around it. They haven't given it twice. So I want you to reflect on this. Imagine for a moment something you're really good at. How much thought do you have around it? How much thought have you given to it? Like, I love to speak from stage, and it's because I don't have much insecure thinking around it. And so this next leads me on to my next point, which is seeing the truth of who you truly are. I don't know about you, but I'm reminded of this every day by my son. I didn't have to think about how he was created in my womb. And we were all born from that same energy. I didn't have to think about that. You all have toes, you all have fingers, you all have ears, we're made from perfection. The trouble is the ego wants to get in the way and give us all sorts of labels, such as I am this, or I am that, or I am something else. But these are just beliefs. They're not real. And I had a massive insight about this one afternoon when I was lying in bed and I was pregnant with Leo again. And I heard, like, who am I when I'm lying in bed and nobody knows where I am? Who am I? And all I heard was, I am. That was it. And I'm like, okay, well, I am what? Come on, share more with me. I want to know more, right? And all I heard was I am. And then it dawned on me, oh my goodness. Anything that we put after I am is just another construct, just another belief. It's just another ego mind thing going on. It's not truth. Because truth feels good. Truth feels good. And negative feeling doesn't. And so all we need to look for is this. A good feeling. That's who we truly are. None of this other bullshit stuff that we think we are. We make it up, we beat ourselves up. But that's just conditioning, that's just complete conditioning. Because the truth of who we are is love, abundance, wisdom. That's what we're made of. How are we made? Energy. So the implication of this is huge because what it points to is this incredible resilience that we have within. This incredible resilience of who we are. And these feelings of insecurity are saying nothing about who we are or what we're about or anything like that. They're just telling us that we're not seeing our reality for how it is in the moment. That's all these insecure feelings are telling us. They're not telling us about our self-esteem or anything like that. That's just a misunderstanding we've all bought into. We are resilient, and the reason why we're resilient is because when you see that your feelings of insecurity and well-being don't come from anything external of you, that just only ever come from thought in the moment, then we're free. We're free. So, let me recap. The first thing is just to look within. Just within, deep within you. The second is to identify that the negative feeling is just taking you in the wrong direction and not saying anything about your self-esteem or who you are. And finally, see the truth of who you truly are. And that comes from understanding that the beautiful feeling that you get in those moments of quietness is that's you. Look for the feeling, and there's information in the feeling. And that will give you an indication of whether you're in your soul space, in your heart space, or if you're in your ego. So Because our default position, and remember this, we are whole already. We are like the sun. The sun gets clouded from time to time by thought storms, but that doesn't mean that the sun isn't there behind the clouds. And that's who we truly are. We are the sun behind the clouds. In fact, we are just the sun. So if you'd love to connect with me more, you can do so on marinapearson.com/14, what is it? 14 effortless 14-day effortless experience. I'm on Facebook as well, and if you want to download your ebook on the 5 steps to creating an effortless lifestyle, then you can just do so on my website. So yeah, thank you so much for joining me tonight, and remember, you are the sun, you are whole. 14-day effortless experience. 14-day effortless experience. Yeah, you are the sun behind the clouds. Who you are is so much more than you can even perceive, because the energy that we come from is infinite. Good night, guys, and so amazing to have you tonight. Thank you.